Jazz came out today. He had that play in the seventh, making sure a run didn't score there, and then the 7-pitch walk there in the bottom eighth.
Yeah, I mean, first of all, the double play they turned on Bregman to his left with Volpe was special, and then obviously to save a run with the infield hit by Yoshida was excellent, and then a really good patient at bat, long at bat where he's able to, he didn't get the jump to be able to steal a base there, but obviously moving on the pitch gave him a little bit of head start there, and his speed comes into play big time there. So obviously an exciting big play.
Can you stay right here with Andy?
What do you think got Williams back to being Devin Williams over the past weeks and months?
I don't know. I mean, it was never that far off, frankly. I mean, the stuff was never not there. He had a couple of loud outings that, where the ball didn't really bounce his way. Like a couple of those outings where, it blew up on him. It's a squibber. It's, this and before it got away. So he was never that far off at any point of when he was struggling. And then I think he just started to stack outings. First time in the middle of the season before he hit a little rough patch again, and then now the final month plus, he's just stacked a lot of good outings, and I think just pitching with a lot of confidence, but getting in the zone more and having a presence with both pitches. So he's not, real predictable because he's using his fastball enough, and obviously the changeup.
Because because the stuff has pretty much always been there. Do you think it's that confidence and conviction and willingness to?
Yeah, I think there's another level of that when he's been going good. Just that, I know I'm good. I can get after it in the zone, and he's just been more consistent in his execution.
You're on the left, Pete.
The mound visit with Cruz, just what was said and what convinced you to keep him in to get that last out in the seventh?
I didn't go out.
Yeah, well, what convinced you to stick with him though?
Oh, yeah, just felt like he had it under control. Like I was giving him one more hitter there. Felt like with Story, was okay, and then I had Devin going in case we did get to Bregman there. But felt like his stuff was good. Knew he wanted it, and felt like he could finish it off. Story put a good swing on it. We were fortunate there, the long fly ball, but felt good about him being in there.
Far right, Joe.
Alex Cora said he's going to start early tomorrow for sure. Has Rice done enough to start for you, and is Jazz definitely playing tomorrow? Starting tomorrow.
Yeah, Jazz will be playing. I haven't decided on catcher, first base, all that. Sit on that. Early's pretty neutral. A little different than the first guy we face. So we'll sit and talk about it and make that decision tonight.
I just thought, how tough is Rice? You've had a policy, right, of using Goldschmidt against lefties.
Mm-hmm.
How tough has Rice made it for you to do what has kind of been an easy decision for you?
Well, I mean, obviously Benny's playing at such a swing the bat so well, especially here down the stretch. So yeah, he makes it tough. Again, it's not just it's a lefty. It's what lefty. Is that guy going to be out there for 6 or 7 innings? It's I want to leverage a spot for whoever my bench guys are to have a good matchup and not 3 bad matchups that I can guarantee. So all those things factor into it.
You're on the left, Chris.
After everything that transpired last night with Jazz, did you talk to him last night or today just to make sure his mind was good coming into tonight's game?
Yeah, Jazz and I are good. I had no concerns with that he was going to go out there and get it done.
And the Yoshida single, did you think that Jazz had any shot off the bat there?
Yeah, I did. Just because obviously, his range is pretty special. I got to look back at it, but I don't know how clean he got it. Like catch, boom, pop it. But once he got to it, initially I thought he was going to have a shot. Yoshida, got after it pretty good, and obviously went head first in there to beat it. But initially, I thought he was going to have a shot if he got to it.
Okay, Dave on the right.
Yeah, just on the same lines with Jazz. I know we asked you before the game about the stuff that went on, and you said regardless, you expected him to play his butt off tonight for you. And that's kind of, when you've seen of him, Is it just that competitive part to him that no matter what else is going on when he's on the field, that can do so many things to help you guys win?
Yeah, I mean, he loves to play, and you know, he feels a responsibility to us as teammates, and you know, and he and I have always been good. Like, despite you know what you may think happened yesterday, like, yeah, he's a gamer, and you know, he likes this stage.
Emmanuel, here on the right.
Cruz is always pretty animated, but tonight pretty next level, coming off. How
Yeah, I
can
almost
that,
got out of his way.
how much does that jolt the team?
Yeah, I mean, for those of you that got to be around Fernando enough this year and got to know him a little bit, I mean, he's just an incredible human being. And that is from day one that, you know, I spoke to him on the phone this winter. I can't tell you how excited he is to put this uniform on every single day and what a privilege it is for him. And he exudes that all the time. And there's a passion that he does his job with. And it spilled over a little bit tonight. I'm glad it was the end of his evening at that point.
Take two more quick ones. One over here on the right with Ian.
Yeah, obviously, Aaron, any player taken out of the lineup is going to be motivated by that to some degree. Did you sense that Jazz played with a sense of defiance or even maybe a little anger? And is that a good thing?
It could be, but I didn't sense that. I didn't sense there was a extra chip. Like, I don't think it was anything like that. If there was, yeah, I think it can be a good thing for a certain person, but I didn't sense that with Jazz today.
Okay. Far left in the back, Gabe.
Aaron, these first two games have been pretty good. Is it apropos, I guess, that this little series will get a game 3 to decide it all?
Yeah, I suppose. You know, it's been two great games. I think both sides have played really well. Been a lot of impactful plays, you know, whether it's on the bases, in the field. So look forward to tomorrow and you know, try and move on.
Thanks, Aaron.